to the third edition of the Springfield Report. I'm Taylor Marshall.
And I'm Grace Chang. And for our first story, we will toss it to Grand Street, where the last locally owned grocery store, Womack Foods, is located.
In an era in which regional or national chains dominate the industry, independent grocers like Womack stand out. In Missouri, independent grocers employ about 25,700 people and generate $299 million in state and local taxes, according to the National Grocers Association. Mac's groceries career began in Springfield in 1954 with Consumer Foods, and he has owned Womack's Great American Food Store at 1130 North Grant since the 1990s.
We have a full line of groceries, meats and produce, but small stores are ignored. People go to larger stores, they think they get better prices and so on, which they don't. That's their image. We sell quite a lot of meat at probably lower prices than anybody else does. We sell a lot of produce at lower prices. And we have a good variety of groceries. We have a very good variety of ethnic foods.
I mean, we're the only place in town you can consistently get green bananas, cactus leaves, banana leaves, stuff like that.
Very good.
And a lot of those appeal to, we don't have anyone that speaks Samoan other than a little bit, but the Pacific Islanders like green bananas. So we try to get them.
Larger chains typically make up for the low margins with volume, but smaller independent stores can't do that. Instead, they have to do something that sets them apart. For Womack's, that means having a staff that can speak as many as 5 different languages, from American Sign Language to Spanish and Romanian.
How is it that you guys target multicultural people here in Springfield?
It's a very small population in Springfield, and the big stores don't want the business.
Good.
So you gotta go for your niche. It's one of the things I always look for in 13 when hiring people, even part-time. Say, what do you have that's special?
13, I can't do that.
And people that are from other languages understand other ways to eat things. It's not all baked potatoes and mashed potatoes. It would be similar foods cooked different ways.
Womack's is open from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and they do not accept debit or credit cards. Make sure to stop on by when you're on the north side of town. For the Springfield Report, I'm Zach Perry.
Continuing on a positive note, we have a story on healthy living for the spring and summer months.
With spring and summer right around the corner, it is becoming harder to keep those New Year's resolutions going strong. It is common for people to want to work out and live healthier, but keeping that ambition throughout the year is difficult. 88% of people with healthy New Year's resolutions cannot follow through because they take on too much too quickly. Christy Claybaker of the Healthy Living Alliance has a few tips.
Get out and walk more, ride their bicycles more, work in their garden, move and stretch more. You know, we live quite a sedentary lifestyle normally, sitting behind a computer or an office desk all day. So we're trying to encourage people to just get up and move more. Eat better, you know, mainly eating more fruits and vegetables because that's where the most dense nutrition comes from. And then also breathe free, breathe clean air, stop smoking, and encourage other ways for people to support one another and increasing those habits, but starting with just one thing at a time. Start small, really master that habit, and then move on to the next thing.
With beach season around the corner, people only focus their attention on getting in shape. However, living healthy is much more than that. It is a change in your lifestyle. According to the Healthy Living Alliance, there are several ways to live healthier. Quit smoking, walk outside, nutritious eating, stress management, building healthy and happy relationships, laugh more, and get involved with an organization.
Yeah, well, the HLA, the Healthy Living Alliance, is basically a network of about 30 different organizations here in Springfield working to make healthy living easier. And we have 4 main initiatives, which are teaching and educating the community about eating healthier, living more actively, stop smoking and tobacco cessation, and then also changing the environment that we live in.
So join the rest of the Springfield community with living healthier and sticking to your New Year resolution. This is Madeline Bollinger reporting for the Springfield Report.
For our final story, we will cover how to properly prepare yourself for an apocalypse.
With movies like World War Z, Independence Day, and I Am Legend, and television shows like The Walking Dead and Doomsday Preppers, more people are asking themselves what they'd do in a catastrophic situation. Although some people have taken drastic measures to prepare their homes and families for a disaster waiting to happen, others seem to have become immune to the so-called monsters we see on our television screens. The movies that used to be considered horror films in the past have taken a different direction in the past several years. The monsters in our films now seem to be all but domesticated through movies such as The Walking Dead, Twilight, and True Blood. For those of you who watch The Walking Dead, you'll note that the zombies that were such a cause of terror in the first season have been condensed to nothing more than an aggravation in comparison to the other humans in the show.
I don't think there's going to be like a zombie apocalypse, and I don't think the world is going to come to an end. Like, I get that some people think that, and that's just what they think. It's not what I think, and I'm not going to go out and stockpile my house and make my house look like hay. But I think that shows like The Walking Dead are just amplifying people's paranoia because it just feeds into the hype and the popularity of what's going on. It's not even just that, because there was that movie with Will Smith that was long before Walking Dead even came along, and I feel like that was maybe the start of the growing hype of a zombie apocalypse.
There is a Doomsday Prep event planned for Saturday, July 19th in Kansas City, Missouri, called the KC Preparedness Expo. Although some people have taken drastic measures to prepare their homes and families for a disaster waiting to happen, others seem to have become immune to the so-called monsters we see on our television screens. The movies that used to be considered horror films in the past have taken a different direction in the past several years.
Yeah, it's kind of funny watching people freak out about that kind of stuff, because I don't think it's really that possible, but I don't know, it depends. Like, if it was like The Walking Dead, I wouldn't really worry much about it, but if it was like World War Z stuff, then yeah, I'd probably be freaking out about it a little bit, for sure. Definitely. I don't think about it on a frequent basis, but I've had professors that talk about how they have plans to, like, have their guns and everything ready in case something were to happen, but yeah, for sure.
From all of us here at the Springfield Report, stay classy, Sandy.
Springfield.